Today, we decided to take our love for Disney style to a whole new level. We're playing Dress to Impress AllEars Edition. We're competing against each other in the ultimate Disney style showdown. Who will reign supreme at the top of the podium and who will flop?
For fashion in flight, I went with the original flying child, none other than Mr. Peter Pan. I have repurposed an old Peter Pan outfit for this actually. Got the lime green of his tights in the shirt. We've got the overalls that have a boyish charm. Added Tinkerbell in my earrings because they're besties. And these ears are actually Sir Mickey ears, but they basically wear the same hat. So, Peter Pan.
For fashion in flight, I decided to do Carl Fredricksen from the Pixar film Up. Actually, no, not Carl Fredricksen. I'm doing his house. I'm doing Carl Fredricksen's house from Up, mainly because I have a dress that I had purchased for Festival of the Arts that reminds me a lot of the color palette from his house, and then I thought about pairing it with a little cloud cardigan to signify the fact that the house flew up in the sky.
So when I first heard fashion in flight, I automatically thought flying, plane, MCO, comfy, airport outfit. So I went with a classic Disney sweatshirt. I mean, come on, how else are people gonna know that you're flying to Disney World if you don't wear it? Comfy yoga pants, comfy slippers. I've got my trusty backpack here, but this is my fashion in flight.
So this is my fashion in flight look. Everybody else, I'm assuming, is gonna go with like a Peter Pan, a Tinkerbell, people who can fly. No, I think one of the most fashionable moments you can have on your Disney vacation is when you're arriving. It's late, you're exhausted. Do you look good? No. But do you feel incredible? Yes. You've got your carry-ons, you've got your personal items, you've got your bag full of what was probably $100 worth of snacks, and there's really only 5 things in here, and then the nice settled Disney sweatshirt, just so everybody knows where you're going.
Category C, sickening realness, I have gone with Dory because she lives in the sea. So I have this Dory shirt of her speaking whale. I have my crush earrings tucked in, and blue jeans because the ocean blue. And I'm not a fish, so I have to wear pants. And that's my outfit.
For C, sickening realness, I went with the most aquatic, fashionable sea creatures, and then that's the oysters from Alice in Wonderland. With this outfit, I kind of wanted to pay tribute to the time that the film came out, which is the 50s. I wanted to have a dress that kind of gave it a flowiness that reminded me of the gowns that the little oysters wear in the movie. And instead of wearing like a bonnet, I wanted to go the 50s style again and have like a wrap scarf on my head to give that chicness.
All right, for this category, I went with one of my favorite Pixar movies, and that is Luca. So I took his original outfit, the best that I could, with this light green button-up, some blue jean pants, and in the movie, he is barefoot, but you can't be barefoot in Disney World. So I went with the closest thing, and that is Jocko's. Perfect Disney outfit, very comfy, very casual, perfect for a theme park day.
See, sickening realness. Who else are you gonna think of but Ariel? We went classic, we went sleek. This is actually something I feel like I would wear outside of the theme parks. I have my fork earrings on and my seashell necklace. And yeah, technically this is kind of more of an Ursula moment, but my voice is gonna land in here at some point. So I think it counts, and I think that is C, sickening.
Jason Isaacs as Captain Hook in the 2003 Peter Pan was my childhood crush, and that is to say that I've always been like this. So Captain Hook is my villain arc look, red dress to symbolize the coat, plus skull and crossbone fishnet tights, baby.
Villain arc, make it fashion. I had to go with my favorite villain of all time, and that is Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. She is epic, iconic, and I want it to feel a little bad. I want to wear like something very regal and evil and dark, but also stunning. I really want to have her horns and just kind of like maybe like a cloak situation to give off her dragon wings. I think that would be fun.
Next category, villain arc, but make it fashion. Working with things just out of my closet. Turns out I need more clothes to embody Cruella de Vil. So I went with a plain black dress, did my best to have a fur coat. I've got this little sweater, and that's what we're working with. Once again, black boots. And I even went with a little bit of red, orange, with these earrings, which are actually earrings from my prom many, many years ago. So this is villain.
For my villain arc but make it fashion, I went with the most iconic, the campiest villain of all, Hades. He's funny, he's got flair, he's got style, and he's pretty hot when he gets upset. Not like in an attraction way, like physically he has flames. So we have my blue earrings, we have our ears. Of course, the theme overall is making sure you can reuse all of your things for your next Disney vacation, so all of these have been reused for other outfits.
For training montage chic, I thought, what in my life do I need a training montage for? And that's AllEars ride challenges. So I have an AllEars merchandise top that says let's ride many times because that's what we need. Plus sport shorts, bike shorts, super easy pockets, my water bottle, of course, my go-to park bag, and my chacos. And hair and braids because you do not want your hair touching you while doing a ride challenge. So that's my training montage chic. Training montage for my next ride challenge.
For training montage chic, I went with Rey from Star Wars. I wanted to do Rey from Star Wars because of that iconic scene where Luke Skywalker is training her. She is an incredible character. I love her very much, and she has that very iconic hairstyle that I'm going to try to recreate.
Alright, for this theming training montage chic, the first character that came to my mind was Kim Possible. She's amazing. She's an icon. She's the reason I became a cheerleader, and she is the perfect epitome of this round. So I got my cargo pants, I got a plain black shirt, got a couple of costume pieces to complete the look, and I think this is perfect. I think I'm gonna win for sure.
For training montage chic, I had to go with one of my favorite heroes, Spider-Man. I absolutely love Spider-Man, and I just think he is the ultimate hero, especially when it comes to growth. Peter Parker is so young, and I think you get to see him train over the course of 3 different movies to become the hero that he is. And I also just like this outfit. This is one of my favorites. It's super, super comfortable, really easy to wear, and I think this is a lot of fun, and I want an excuse to talk about Spider-Man, who I love.
I definitely wasn't cursed. Why do you ask? I've gone with Anna because I've got the hair for it, and she was cursed because Elsa froze her heart, which is obviously a very important part of the story of the first movie. So to capture Anna, I have the braids, the classic Anna braids. I've got her necklace, and then this is to get her first movie outfit with her pink and her black as the main colors. And yeah, that's my Anna.
For that one, I want to do Te-Fiti from Moana because she was cursed when Maui took her heart. She turned into Te Kā. It's going to be very green, and I don't have green bottoms, but I do have an old white frilly skirt that is looking a little gray these days, and so I'm going to dye that one green. And I think it's going to be fun to show that you can reuse what you already have in your closet, even if it's not a color that you like. Also got to wear flowers in my hair.
Alright, now my idea for this theme might confuse you, because you wouldn't think pirates are necessarily cursed, but rumor has it the Pirates of the Caribbean ride here at Disney World is cursed by Pirate George. So I went with a full Pirates themed outfit. We've got pirate skirt, necklace, of course bandana from the cruise, and I added a cute little shoe because pirates can still be cute. They don't have to be ugly. So this is my Pirates cursed outfit.
For my, I definitely wasn't cursed. Why do you ask? Outfit, I'm pulling from the OG inspo of Snow White. For my ears, I went with jet black because of her hair. I'm naturally blonde and didn't want to wear a wig, so this was as much as I could offer. These are poisoned apples that if I was cursed, I would have bitten into, but I definitely wasn't. Blue for her classic top, a little bit of a darker yellow than she would wear, and a red belt to kind of tie it all together. Just something simple.
The theme for my outfit is I have at least one talking animal friend, and I've gone with Giselle from Enchanted because she has many talking animal friends and not talking animal friends when she gets to New York City.
Do you feed each other seeds?
No.
I have at least one talking animal friend, and for this one I want to do Alice from Alice in Wonderland because she has several talking animal friends, and she is just an iconic and classic Disney character. I love her little blue baby doll dress. I want to wear something similar, as well as a little waist tie-up apron. And this one I'm going to keep it as close to the original costume as possible while still being comfortable enough to Disney bound in the parks.
For this theme, I went with my OG favorite Disney character, Jane, from the movie Tarzan. Fun fact, Tarzan was the first movie I ever saw in theaters. Loved Jane so much. Had to signal her with this perfect yellow dress, some cute little fun little shoes, and of course, my hat that I love, Jane. Love you, girl.
I do have at least one talking animal friend as Cinderella. Cinderella has so many talking animal friends, specifically her mice who make her gowns, because doesn't everybody want that in their lives? I went with actually a repurposed Elsa outfit because lots of similar color palettes. You just add a choker and some good earrings, and you can kind of make her into any princess that you want it to be.
If I can think it, I can wear it. I've got the Mad Hatter, part of the Alice in Wonderland group Disney Bound that we did for our Flower and Garden video. And yeah, Mad Hatter, if you can think it, you can wear it. He's mad as a hatter, and he literally thinks things up and then wears them because he makes his hats. Here I have this green hat that I borrowed from Sage, my yellow rain jacket, which I wasn't originally going to wear for this outfit, but then it was raining, and turns out he has a yellow jacket. Add on a blue hair bow that I'm using as a bow tie, and a green shirt and pants, and you've got a pretty convincing Mad Hatter bound.
If I can think it, I can wear it. And immediately, I have to take the opportunity to dress as the legend herself, Edna Mode from The Incredibles. She is fashion. If she can think it, everyone is gonna wear it. Truly, she's just that girl. I also want to pay tribute to the 50s, 60s style of fashion, and I'm going to do this in the bread aisle of my local grocery store because not only does she make dough of her designs, but she also eats.
Alright, and for my submission, if I think it, I can wear it. I went with the Cheshire Cat because he can literally do anything if he thinks of it. He can form himself into anything. He's great, he's awesome. Love his color combo. Pink and purple, my two favorite colors, and it's a very comfy outfit. I'm all about comfy in Disney World. So we've got pockets in my shorts, we've got a nice comfy t-shirt from Amazon, and it's gonna be a great day in Disney.
For my If I Think It, I Can Wear It outfit, the inspiration to me was Disney Adult. If I think I can go to Disney, I'm gonna go to Disney. So I went simple, what we have in our closets, and then topping it off with some ears to make it Disney-fied. Really like a streetwear inspiration. I love this outfit. I've worn it before. I'll wear it again.
Category of Yes, I Speak to Inanimate Objects, What About It? I am Sorcerer Mickey because he does talk to brooms, as he needs to because he has brought them to life. I have the star Mickey ears to evoke his hat. And then I've got the stars in the red, which is supposed to be like his cloak, which he wears over blue, which I have here. And then I've got this yellow purse for his yellow shoes to get the color scheme completed. And I just wish I had a broom, except I don't, because that would be a weird thing to have in Magic Kingdom.
Yes, I talk to inanimate objects. No, I'm not crazy. I gotta give it to Vel. I mean, Vel is in an enchanted castle with lots of talking inanimate objects, and I'm sure to somebody else, not realizing that those objects have mouths and eyes, they would think she's a little cuckoo, but she's not. She's wonderful. I'm gonna do a blue, kind of long dress with a little Peter Pan collar action. That's white with a little bow in the middle to signify her apron, and a ponytail with the bow. I'm excited for this one.
Alright, next category. Yes, I talk to inanimate objects. No, I'm not crazy. I went with Mary Poppins because she is the queen of talking to inanimate objects and getting them to do what she wants them to do. So, very subtle Disney bound, white top, black shorts, got on some black boots, and I even have a nice little red bow. We are getting very creative here because this is actually a scrunchie. You know what? It's working.
So, yes, I do talk to inanimate objects. And no, I'm not crazy because I'm the White Rabbit from the Alice in Wonderland crew. We all have big matching outfits, and of course we had to incorporate Flower and Garden into our Dress to Impress moment. I have my ears courtesy of Angie. I have a little red bow that typically goes in my hair, but I thought would be nice here. This is actually a reuse from one of Quincy's old Queen of Heart outfits, but he works for her, and it's on his little lapel when he is dressed in court. So I have that. I have time clock earrings because we don't want to be late, of course. A little bit of blue, a little bit of white, and then this tote bag that my brother and his wife made me at Uniqlo. And I've had for a long time, and it just kind of worked out.
This is amazing news because I've been really sick, and honestly, if this doesn't make me feel better, I don't know what will. So thank you so much. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and go ahead and let us know in the comments what your ratings are for our outfits. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye!